we go. JT Smoothe making his Worldwide Wrestling Network debut in the main event. This is a man who has wrestled all over the Claw community. And now he is making his debut in the Worldwide Wrestling Network. This man has a style all of his own. He's a striker. He's a technician. He's hard to pigeonhole into one area. Would fit very much in with the modern style of New Japan. And Joe Blade, well, his opponent, you're going to see what a difference a few years makes with the man that has become Joe Blade. When Joe Blade first debuted in the Worldwide Wrestling Network a few years ago, he had a no-nonsense demeanor, a nearly shaved head, and a fairly likable personality. And man, the years have changed. He has evolved and developed an arrogance that seems to be above and beyond. Look at this, just look. And Joe, now looking down on the fans of the professional wrestling business, and look at the weight and the muscle Joe Blade has packed on in the last few years. And 25-minute time limit on the board. And look at that ego of dropping the elbow for the cover. And JT, this has been all Joe Blade in the opening moments of this match. And finally, creating a little bit of separation with an elbow, and look at this combination knee, Russian leg sweep. And now, infusing some punishment of his own, Smoothe with the shots, connecting with the kick. So nice he did it twice. Piston-like punches. And the kick to the gut. And taking it, just look at this. Like, as I said, he is a striker. Throwing hands with the best of them. And now, knee lariat. Blunt force trauma. And again, replay. And, ooh! Couple of short jabs. Following up, Southern Lights. Dropping right on his head. And now JT Smoothe is in control. This is what happens when you have high caliber performers in your Fed. Back and forth. Oh! Taking him down with an Enzu lariat right to the back of the head. And now JT is trying to go for something and caught by Joe Blade. Blade drops him right on the turnbuckle, Undertaker style. Got him locked up and tossed him like a sack of potatoes right over his head. And now, oh my God, the arrogance of Joe Blade. Just the absolute, pure cockiness. That cover wasn't a lot. And then, look at this. Oh! Elbow right to the jaw. Sending it back. Swinging. Oh! A swinging. Oh, why can't I think of the name? Air raid crash. Swinging air raid crash. Followed by those punches. Again, stomping away, kicking, trying his best to essentially not let Joe Blade catch his breath. Caught him with the punch, forearm by Blade. Big kick, and oh! What a neck breaker. And roll back through with a little bit of agility by Joe Blade. And now this is just it's a boxing match. This is a fight. As I said, both of these guys are brawling. Brawlers. I mean, JT, more of a striker. Blade has developed as this powerhouse street fighter. And speaking, look at this, like again, trying to go for a powerbomb, think he was going to try to throw him outside of the ring, and again, Northern Lights. Smoothe, working that hammerlock, breaking down the arm, the knee, the wrist. And JT, to the temple, and that hurts. That's like getting a knuckle drilled right into your temple 2 or 3 times. And Blade is frustrated, spine buster, just right to the canvas. And now Blade is going after the knee, and you can look at the frustration of Joe Blade. Blade, and now he's got a nerve hold on, Smoothe was unnerved by the nerve hold. And JT signaling that's it. Dropping the knee right in the fold of the elbow, and now locking in the rear naked choke. Rear naked choke is applied. Look at the positioning here. Blade's got nowhere to go, but using his power to power out of the rear naked choke. This main event has gone for more than 5 minutes here. Strikes right to the chest, and the power of Joe Blade. Look at this. He's got military press, and then drops him. Locks him back up, and he's going to do it again. Joe is... And Joe with the cover, 2, and kick out by JT Smoothe. And Blade may have JT right where he wants him. Neck breaker. Rolling, almost an inverted rolling thunder there with that splash. And Blade, what a DDT! And Blade just dropped him with a nasty DDT, and he's following it up. Powerbomb! This has got to be it. This 1, 2, and no! JT Smoothe just survived being spiked into the canvas and then thrown down from a vertical suplex into a powerbomb. Smoothe fighting. Look, pick the leg. And, trying to take a little bit of the power away from Joe Blade. If you take a man's legs, you take his power. If you take his man's breath, you take his strength. JT going for a cover, hoping that maybe fast covers that he might be able to get lucky. We are nearly at the 10-minute mark. Nearly at the 10-minute mark of this match. And Joe catches JT Smoothe with a kick. Joe going for the neck. Following it up with a double underhook suplex. And, one powerbomb. Final flash. Good. Great. This is going back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. JT Smoothe proving that he belongs in the main event. But Joe Blade, cocky as the day is long. And Joe, wait a minute, almost thought that he was going to go for that suplex powerbomb again. And wait a minute, look, what does he do? Get locked in. Again, repeating it. And that hurts, ladies and gentlemen, but the headstand, it's absolutely superfluous. It was unnecessary. And that's just Joe wanting to dig around with JT Smoothe as he's wrenching his head. And now Joe targeting the hands, the fingers, the phalanges. And once again, going back to that whole wrestling smart. It's not something that we see a lot of. I brought this up in the match with Natalya and Chandra. Just continually going back to the whole, and JT Smoothe leapfrogs over a spear. JT, wait a minute, trying to go for the powerbomb. Stopped, cut off. JT went for the cross, chop, and Oklahoma Stampede. Or at least a variation. And, wait a minute, what? Oh! A suplex slam right into a punch. Puts JT Smoothe back on the mat. Shoulders flat. Oh, stomping again. Joe's game plan has completely changed. We are past the 10-minute mark. Almost entering the 20-minute mark. And Joe, this is Joe wasting time here. Oh, pump kick connects. And that lays out Joe Blade flat. And wait a minute. I thought he was going for a cover. Switches it. Has the arm and the leg. Look at this submission. Working the hip. Working the shoulder. And Blade able to get out and capitalizing again those shots right to the head. Oh! A variation and inversion of the Olympic slam. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. JT Smoothe with the upset. Catching Joe Blade with a very creative finishing maneuver. And Joe, I mean, look back at our replay here. I'm fairly certain that Joe is in absolute disbelief. I believe that Joe Blade is very frustrated right here. I mean, he was in control for most of this match. And quick covers. But in the end, the man standing, the man getting his hand raised with just that one little cut just above his nose is JT Smoothe, the winner of our first main event here in the Worldwide Wrestling Network. Congratulations, JT, and we are hoping for a bright future. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've had some folks in and out. I want to quickly thank those folks who came by this evening for our first stream back. Thank you, S Chaos. Thank you, Noragi. Thank you, Cruz DM.